Hi guys, welcome back to Work in Progress. This is episode 6 and you're with me, Nas. We are here in Wild Magic and today I've got somebody with me. You've probably heard his name being muttered and uttered from our previous guests, and he's
Yep.
you've yelled out nope a couple of times.
Mm.
But this is Jihan from Wild Magic. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I am the previously aforementioned Jihan. I work here at Wild Magic, and you can usually find me behind the desk.
You're also
Being
still
the-
behind the desk today.
Technically, yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm the typical storekeeper here over at Wild Magic here in Sarusop.
If you have coin, Kajit has wares.
Mm.
Well, Jihan has wares.
Yeah. Well, the
Anyways.
store has wares. I don't have wares.
So, work in progress for this week. We're gonna do something different.
Mhm.
Every week I say we're doing something different, right? So for today, we're not really painting per
Mhm.
se, but we're gonna be building.
Mm.
We're gonna be building, but specifically, the reason why I brought Jihan
Yeah.
over today is
Mhm.
because you are one of the only guys. I don't know about anybody else.
Mhm.
One of the guys who really customizes his minis, and
Mm.
I am personally very impressed,
All right.
and I
Thank
think
you.
yes,
Yeah.
very good job.
Thank you.
And this is currently what you've been working on
Yep,
right
yep.
now, right? You've got a
My
bunch of
little orcs.
orcs ready for
Yeah.
kill team.
Yep. This is just like pretty much half of that team right now.
Okay, so they're on the way. All right. So the thing is, right? These orcs aren't just ordinary orcs. They're
The
pirates.
Yes.
They're pirate.
I have
orcs.
built them to be to look and feel like actual space pirate orcs. Or rather, in the culture of orcs, freebooters.
Freebooters.
Yeah.
Freebooters looking for free booty.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, it's not free
No,
all the time.
no,
Sometimes
no.
you really, really had to work hard for it, huh?
Mhm.
Right, so I think that's what you're currently working
yeah.
on. I am currently working on the Sisters of Battle.
Yeah.
As I in the first episode with Boo Boo, with our Boo
Mhm.
Boo, we were like, yeah, I talked about this box. It's like, yeah, I got my
Mm.
own, yay. But I'm not building the whole lot. I'm putting together a kill team also.
Yeah.
So
Dang
I
it.
want to know. All right. Basic format. We do stuff. We talk at the same
Mhm,
time.
mhm,
Don't
mhm.
hurt yourself along the way. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Are you used to painting or building and talking at the same time?
I guess fairly. Although sometimes when I start talking, sometimes my hands will just stop and I'll just keep talking.
Oh, that's
and
fine
talking
because
and
yeah,
talking.
people normally don't see what your hands do,
Mm,
but
mm, mm.
the content, the stuff that comes out of your mouth is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
more important. It's okay.
Mhm.
So it's okay if we don't finish anything today. Progress is progress.
Progress is progress. That is true.
So going back to
Mhm.
like space pirate orcs.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Why?
Why of all things?
Yes, why of
right?
all things have you decided to go with space orc pirates, or
Pirates,
like
okay.
pirates in general?
Okay, so basically I've always favored pirates. Ever since I was a kid, I don't exactly remember why. I've always been attached to the idea of pirates. Even in D&D,
Mm,
I love trying to play a pirate character.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And why orcs in particular? That I can throw. It's a throwback to my old Magic the Gathering days.
Oh, okay. How
Yeah.
long ago was that?
Ooh, back when I was in high school, and
Not
that
very
was
long ago then.
like 2000s.
Okay. Early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yep,
early
yep.
2000s. Okay.
It was like early 2000s when I first played with Magic the Gathering, and I played a Goblin army.
Okay.
a goblin deck, and ever since then, I've had this fondness for the greenskins. We call them
Okay.
greenskins
Green skin.
because orcs, goblins, hobgoblins typically they have green skin in comparison to the typical humans, dwarves, and
I
elves.
see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like you said, you've always had this sort of fascination for pirates.
Yeah, yeah.
Where did that come from? I mean, because like okay, children
Mm-hmm.
start off with like dinosaurs. They
Dinosaur.
probably like memorize all the names
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
of this,
Mhm.
and and we don't really talk about pirates here. I mean, it's not part of our
I don't
storytelling.
really know. Maybe it was from like a book that maybe my mom read to me when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it could have been a cartoon actually,
Okay.
because like there were some cartoons back then that had a pirate theme to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it was that. I honestly cannot remember. All I can remember from back then was that
You like pirates?
I like pirates. Whenever I rode my bike, I like to make a pirate flag and stick it to my
the
bike.
Jolly Roger.
Yeah, the Jolly Roger.
Ah.
And then I just stick it there and then just cycle outside.
Okay. Okay.
So I honestly could not tell you where
That came from.
where that came. I wouldn't
Okay.
say it's not an obsession. I'm not obsessed with pirates.
Stares at.
But it's something I look favorably upon, I guess.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay. With these orcs, then,
Mhm.
how did you plan their transformation
Okay.
into becoming these
Into the look
pirate?
that they
Yeah,
have right
exactly.
now. Okay.
Like, how did you plan it out? How did you?
Um, Mostly, it was a lot of research that I've done.
Okay.
It helps that these particular models already have a pirate defined look to them.
Okay. And what is that?
Because the box they were in are called the flash gets,
Mm.
and they typically have a piratey sense of fashion.
Okay.
So it wasn't
And that's like trench coat.
yeah the trench coats, the whole jolly pirate motif to them,
Mhm.
pirate hats, earrings, piercings, all
Okay,
that sort
okay.
of thing. And I looked I googled it, I looked it up online, and I saw how other people have done theirs, and I was like, oh, those are pretty cool. I do want to have that sort of look to my pirates, but of course, I wanted to make them my own.
Yes, sure.
So I did what is what we call I guess what we call kit bashing.
Mm-hmm.
It's where you take one kit of models, take another kit, and mix them up together to create you know other maybe even better looking models.
So where did you get like your other bits and pieces to
Okay.
get bash from?
The majority, of course, is from the Flash Gets box itself. But some parts of it came from like Age of Disarm was from Age of Sigmar box, the Orc box. This flag, the pole was from another arm, a human arm. I basically shaved that arm off
Ah.
off that figure, and then this was actually a banner. I actually showed this to you before. It was
Yeah, it was
supposed
a
to show
drop-down banner.
drop down banner, but then when I looked, I moved it around. I put it sideways, and I thought to myself, this could actually look like a pretty awesome looking flag, and that's basically what I did. Yeah, I snipped off that part, shaved off the parts that I needed to do, and glued it there. Let it set, and there you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
So, like, because you like you said, okay, you
Mhm.
tried to flip the flag around, and then you
Mhm.
notice, oh, okay, this could work.
Yeah.
Like, is that like a very important aspect to kit bashing, like trying to flip stuff around or just randomly seeing whether it fits?
Sometimes it does help, because sometimes when you see it in front of you, it sometimes gives you ideas.
Mm.
Because like, yeah, my original idea, I was just going to have him holding up a banner upright with the Jolly Orc symbol on
Mm.
it. But sometimes it helps to look at things in a different perspective, and sometimes that can help make things look better.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not every look is the same. Sometimes
Yeah.
it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a matter of keeping an open mind first, because especially with kit bashing, you don't, as much as possible, you don't want to make too many mistakes,
Mm.
because then it just gets more expensive.
True,
Trying to
because
fix
bits
things.
are not easy to come by,
No,
right?
no, they
And
are not. So, like, okay, you asked me about why pirates. Do you ever have like a specific look that you're going for when you build your models?
I haven't gone so far as like transforming them into like a specific like
Yeah.
tulaha, but usually
Mm-hmm.
for me it's like basing.
Mm-hmm.
I like basing,
Yeah.
and I think the last base I worked on was my Thousand Suns,
Mm.
and I knew kind of like okay, they're very desert based, so I
Mm.
wanted something like sandy or like
Mm-hmm.
whatever. That's typical. So I
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
like, okay, I want like really because they were all like all this dust, right?
Mm.
So I wanted skulls. I wanted
Mm.
them to be standing on piles
Piles
and
and piles
piles
of
of skulls.
skulls and dead
Yeah,
bodies
but
there.
the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
if you were to glue individual skulls all over the place, one is gonna be messy.
Yeah.
One is
Yeah.
gonna be messy. Two, where the heck am I supposed to find like a gajillion skulls?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
going to be like expensive. So I found somebody online
Mm-hmm.
who could 3D print
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
30 millimeter base, and it had skulls of all sorts. I was like, okay, perfect. I
Yeah.
didn't have to work so hard.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting it, gluing them on. I was like, okay, that's it. I didn't have to work so hard for
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but the base itself made them stand out.
Mm.
And for me, I was like, okay, that's kind of enough.
Yeah.
That's all I needed them to do and to look like. That
Mm-hmm.
was fine.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was fine. At some point. And then I
Mhm.
was like, oh, there's still space on this. So, and I had extra bits from my previous ultramarines.
Mm-hmm.
So I started chopping off arms
Arms.
and heads and
And
then blood for the blood
blood
god. And I
god.
just planted them
Yeah.
in there going, they're bloodier now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I had the same thought process, because like I didn't want my bases to be boring as well either.
Mm.
So that's why, well, as the audience can see, I've been working on making planks, like ship planks, on the base on my figure spaces.
Yes.
Yes. Um, so that's why I went through the whole process of getting popsicle sticks, and then I
Yeah, so
glued
okay,
them.
could you get one of those
Yeah,
popsicle
yeah,
sticks?
yeah, yeah.
Because at what point did you feel that
Mhm.
this is perfect?
Um, Honestly, the moment I actually saw the sticks, and I was like, yes, these look a lot like ship planks. So if I actually cut some of them in half, I could stick some of them so that it looks like actual wood planks on a
Mm.
ship. And the whole process went through that. I measured like how many planks can I fit on
So this
certain
is
bases, and things
technically
like that.
dumb luck. Would you have said this was dumb luck, or did you have to Google this and
No. It was technically dumb luck.
Okay.
Really, I saw it, and I was like, I don't know. It's like you just see something, and then inspiration just hits you. Like, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very much like how you said, oh, this would have
Mm.
been a banner, but
Yeah.
if I flipped it around, it could be a flag.
Flag. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's why sometimes just seeing things in a different way gives you that inspiration.
And people like I'm asking you right now. People will ask,
Yeah.
oh, how did you get to this point? How did
Yeah.
How did you know?
The coloration that I went with, these dark brown ones, was a bit of an experimentation. I tried different various shades of brown, just to see what I could get.
Okay.
And I settled on Agrax Earthshade.
Just a shade.
Yeah, just 2 coats of Agrax Earthshade to get
Okay.
these darkened.
And that's not
Planks.
too far off because
Mm.
some people what they do is they get plain like plywood or planks, right?
Yeah.
Which are like really, really whitish, very
Mm.
light colored, and they just stain it,
Yeah, yeah.
right? They just stain it to
It's
get that
basically
sort of like
I'm basically
cedar.
using earthshade to stain the wood and
Mm.
get that effect look.
Like a richer,
Yeah.
like a
I mean,
richer dark
I've had thoughts
color.
sometimes where I'm like, maybe it'll be a lot easier if I had just gotten varnish and just use that.
Varnish is pretty thick.
Yeah, it's pretty
Though.
thick. And then the scent of the varnish itself can be
True,
quite
it's a lot more
strong.
dangerous.
Can be dangerous. I don't know what sort of effect that might even have on the plastic base itself.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think of that. I didn't think of that.
That's why I was like, yeah, this is a good enough solution as well.
Mm.
Yeah, instead of doing that.
Ooh. Then the other day, you did say because these popsicle sticks are
Yeah.
so thin and then they get soaked up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They started
Bending.
bending,
Yeah, yeah.
and this worked in your
It
your
sort of
favor.
worked. Yeah, yeah.
This accidental.
These little accidents, yeah, because like some of them began to curve in. I think maybe because of the heat of the room or something. I don't. I'm not that great in science. Sorry.
Physics. Physicists out there, if you can help us out,
Yeah,
what
just
exactly
put a
happened?
comment down there somewhere. Just tell me what the hell happened. But yeah, and it curved inward in a way, but it just helped to with the effect of looking as if these heavy beings on these wooden planks is just making the wood curve like that.
Would you have thought about that sort of detail?
Oh hell no!
Like, oh, I want these planks to
To
cave
curve
in.
in. No, hell no.
No.
Again, happy accident.
Happy
Yeah,
accident.
happy accident right there. Yeah.
But you know what's not an accident?
Mm-hmm.
Working with green stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Working with okay, the extent of my use of green stuff
Yeah.
has been filling lines.
Mm,
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
lines
Just filling in the
between
gaps.
pieces.
Yeah,
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 gaps
yeah.
and stuff. And that's about it.
Hmm.
But you've gone far and beyond. You've been making hats.
Mm-hmm.
Latest edition is his beard.
Yeah. The current latest edition. After I fixed the first I fixed the hat because I wasn't happy with
Okay.
the hat he originally had, and then I added the bandana, this little bandana that now hangs off his neck here, and then I had some extra green stuff. I didn't want to waste it, and I was like, what am I gonna do with all this green stuff? Then I looked to my figure. I was like, what if I added a beard?
Okay.
So
okay.
I made like a little triangular, like a sort of a conical triangular piece, and I stuck it under him, and I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, yeah. And then I started pushing it in. That's why we have like little tools here. I know this typically looks like your typical dentist tool.
I was gonna ask. I was
Yeah,
gonna ask. Where did you find that lying
Well,
around?
I had no idea.
Okay.
This wasn't mine. This belongs to the store. It belongs to.
Okay, I was gonna
Yeah,
ask
then-
if you're a dentist and you're missing one of these things. It's like you can come claim it here.
It's not my fault. But yeah, so I used the little tools like these to just push the green stuff in and form it the way I like it. I poked at it a couple of times to give it that little rugged, beardy sort of look.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you feel like customizing stuff like this?
Mhm.
Does it prevent people from stealing your stuff?
I mean,
Or does it encourage people to do that?
in a way, it helps define my models a bit more because it gives them that unique look that no one else would. I'm pretty sure no one else would have. I mean, the odds of somebody creating the exact same thing you did
And accidentally,
and
like,
accidentally
okay,
with, like,
this is probably
same
my orbs.
color and some right. The odds of that actually happening, especially if you've customized them like this, almost practically 0%. I wouldn't say okay. I'm not gonna say 0% because there is always the possibility, but it's very very low.
True. And
Like-
nobody would steal it because it'd be so obvious.
It's
It'd be
so
like,
obvious.
oh,
This
obviously
is
somebody
this is not
else's.
yours. I've seen it before. This
Yeah.
is Jihan's. Right? You don't even play orcs. What the
Right?
hell?
Like, where did you get these?
Right? But I do hope that when people get to see like my orcs like
Mm.
this, I want I hope that it inspires them as well. To make
That it can
to
go
look at their
beyond
own.
what comes out of the
Yes,
box.
exactly. Like you don't have to stick with what's shown on the box.
Right?
You can always modify things a little bit, even just a little bit, just to give it your like an artist giving it your own little touch.
Yes,
Yeah.
true,
Mm.
true. Like for example, I'm building sisters. I know
Mhm.
two other people who are
Who are
going
playing
to end up with
Good
sisters,
sisters.
as well.
Yeah.
And knowing that,
Mm-hmm.
especially since the sisters just came out and
Mhm.
people are really kind of hyped about it.
Yep.
I was like thinking, do I want them to look exactly the same? So
Mm.
while I'm not as good with doing green stuff or like
Yep.
doing other stuff. I was thinking, what else can I do?
Yeah.
Heads,
Heads.
heads and faces. I was
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, I'm getting better at doing faces now, thanks to Shaza.
Yeah.
I swear
Yeah.
that episode
Mhm.
did me.
I still
I
can't.
swear.
I can't do faces still, man. It's
It's okay.
so hard. Like my huge fingers and hands trying to paint that much detail onto it. I try to do the best I can, but
Of course.
I whether I reach that sort of level.
Is that
remains
also
to be
partially
seen.
why you chose orcs? Because they are significantly
Bigger.
bigger in terms of their heads and the sort of
I mean, it-
features.
Again, happy accident.
Happy accident. So
it,
just
it wasn't
happened to
it
be-
wasn't planned that way, but because they actually are bigger. Well, to be fair, these ones are what in the game they're knob sized, so they're slightly bigger than the typical orc.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so that does help. I do have a whole bunch of bits. I don't know if the camera can catch it.
You can throw them in
you
the
know
air. Or like
I
behind us,
have
it's like box of
an
stuff.
entire collection of bits.
So this is like a graveyard
of different bits and pieces that I could use to
Orc
create.
bits.
Yeah.
How many?
I mean, not only actually, it's not even just orc bits. Some of it is like marine bits. Some of it came from, pieces that other people didn't need anymore.
This has been a really, really good chat.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You're not as nervous as you initially told me you would be.
I'm trying to hide it.
But anyway, so this is the end of
Mhm.
episode 6, work in progress.
Mhm.
If you guys want to find out more about Wild Magic, you
Mhm.
can follow us on Instagram, Wild Magic Store.
Yep. Wild Magic Store.
Look for us on Facebook.
Mhm.
Chances are you already have the link to the
Down-
channel
down
down
below.
here.
Yep, somewhere.
So click like, comment, subscribe if you like this format
Mhm.
or you don't. Do let us know.
Yep.
Just be nice.
Yes,
My heart
please
is
do.
very fragile, actually. And maybe like if you have any recommendations who you'd like to come on board the show and like
I mean, if you have any questions as well, maybe you can just put them in the comments, and maybe Nas can answer them.
yeah
Yeah.
like what sort of stuff would you guys like to see?
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Yep.
But most importantly, drop by.
Yep.
Right? Drop by. And that's it from me, Nas,
Mhm.
and Jihan.
Yep.
Bye.